Really? Really? Prioritize health over seeding, huh? Prioritize health over seeding, huh? Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense when you lose games to the Pelicans. And now you're on a 3-game losing streak. And now you're on the 4th seed. Well, right now, we would be the pleasure to start today. We'd be matched up against the Dallas Mavericks. So essentially, it'd be the same case, like if we had ended up with the 3rd seed and the Mavericks still were the 6th seed. So I guess in the grand scheme of things, all right, fine. But we lost to the Denver Nuggets without Jamal Murray. One, I can say, I guess the Nuggets are in our heads, but personally, I can say that. I don't have to say that. Wherever. This game, man, this game was just heart-wrenching and just embarrassing to watch. I hope all the Clipper fans that went to that game tonight get refunded for their money. What in the blue hell is that? And I'm just going to say this. If it wasn't for the Angels tonight beating the Seattle Mariners 10-5, and if it wasn't for my Chicago Bears, for good heavens, having the best draft of my life, where it looks like we seem like we finally got our franchise quarterback. If it wasn't for the Bears and the Angels making me happy, especially the Bears this weekend, I would probably be very pissed off right now. I'm not gonna yell at my freaking screen. I'm gonna try not to. But regardless, the Los Angeles Clippers lose to the Denver Nuggets yet again. In an effort of we can't beat Denver for some odd reason, even though Denver's out Jamal Murray and Denver's really a good team, but they're really not. When we're actually, you match us up, on paper, we're better than the Denver Nuggets. If I'm going to give any MVP awards tonight, it directly goes to Rajon Rondo and Boogie Cousins. I believe they had 35 points combined between the two, and the Clippers still lost. And I wonder why they still lost. Oh, wait, because everybody else decided not to show up. Kawhi, oh, that's great. He finally comes back. He's wonderful and stuff like that. He was so passive, I could freaking go take my dog outside and be freaking just let somebody right up in the door and leave my door open to let somebody take my PS5 out of my house. That's how passive he was. Passing up shots, freaking doing all bunch of stuff. Wasn't aggressive. I don't know if it's that foot that's affecting him, but okay. Hopefully that means Kawhi Leonard's starting to play consistently for the remaining games of the schedule. Hopefully he doesn't sit out for the rest of the season until the playoffs start, because clearly you can see he showed a little rust. I need Kawhi to be a little bit more aggressive, because maybe if he was a little bit more aggressive, we might have maybe pulled this out. Paul George. I'm going to the ESPN app to go pull up the stats for this game. Paul motherfucking George. Oh, we're going to get to his ass. Oh, brother. Another big game where I needed to see him show up, and he didn't show up for me. So I'm guessing now I'm going to be joining the boat on I can't count on Paul George anymore, because who knows what can happen with him. He can go quiet, and when he's quiet all right. He had a quiet 20, because guess what? He didn't really do anything, did he? I'm getting to the box score. Paul George, 5 of 21. 20 points. Yeah, I think we Clipper fans can all say, unless Paul George does it in the moments we need him to do it, in the big games, we can't trust this dude. We can't at all. We can't. This guy did not show up. He needed out of anybody to show up tonight. Because Kawhi Leonard only had 16 points. He out of anybody needed to show up and give us 30 at least. 30. Cousins came off the bench and equaled Kawhi. Rondo almost had 20 tonight. Paul George, 5 of 21. I'll give him credit. The one thing I'll give him credit is he was aggressively attacking the rim, even though the shots weren't falling, but continuously do that. I still think the refs were bullshitting him with some of the shit, because especially with some of the foul calls they gave in this game. Apparently, the soft foul calls the Denver Nuggets could get in this game, the Clippers couldn't get. Anyways, Paul George, I think we can finally stop trusting him. This is the season where he starts to fuck up now. Wonderful. We were getting our hopes up that he was going to happen, but it seems like we can't frickin' rely on Paul George now. Another guy that had a very abysmal, embarrassing performance. Marcus Morris Sr. 8 points. 2 of 6 from the field. That can't happen. And that's why his ass didn't play any fourth quarter minutes. His ass got benched, like some of the other players Ty Lue should have did. Or should have made this game. Oh, we'll get to Ty Lue, because I'm starting to get sick of his bullshit. I'm not joking. I'm starting to get sick of his lineups, his freaking choices of putting players in the game. Zubac. Embarrassing performance from him. Embarrassing. He got cooked. Cooked. He got eaten alive. In the third quarter, Zubac did a pretty good job defending Jokic up until the third quarter when he finally picked up that third foul. When he picked up that third foul, he was getting cooked. They just hunted him down, and Zubac was getting destroyed by Jokic. Destroyed. So it seems like maybe Zoo against freaking Denver should not be starting. He should more than likely come off the bench. Because it definitely seems like we need Serge to be playing and starting against the Denver Nuggets just for matchup purposes. I love me Zoo, I'm going to be honest, but sometimes he doesn't show up in these big games either. He got destroyed by Jokic. And when Jokic smelled blood on Zoo, he literally abused him. And Ty Lue yanked his ass. And rightfully so. He benched him. Reggie Jackson. You can't rely on Reggie Jackson to save your life. I'll get to him and Patterson. But anything to do to get those guys out of the rotations, any rotations, and just sit on the bench, I'll do anything other than give up Justin Fields. I'll do anything. Nicholas Batum, he played some all right defense, but gave us nothing offensively. Nothing. 0 points. Ha! Patrick Patterson? Oh, 0 points too, and essentially was the whole trendsetter of the whole game flipping upside down. We'll get to that bullshit, but I guess I can explain a little bit more on this. Well, actually, no. I'm going to talk more about this in the Ty Lue segment. DeMarcus Cousins came in damn near late in the third quarter when it looked like all hope was lost. And in 14 minutes, gave us 16 points. I ask, why is he not getting any minutes? I thought this guy was supposed to get minutes. I thought this guy was the third center till Serge comes back. And when Serge comes back, you don't really need to play Cousins as much. So, again, I'm going to talk more about it in the Ty Lue segment of this video. But I'm going to ask the question, what the hell? Why is Cousins not getting any more minutes? Why is he not getting more minutes over Patterson? No, tonight solidified me that if anything remotely bad happens to Serge or if our centers get into foul trouble, the first guy off the bench needs to be Cousins, not Patterson. Rondo, next to Cousins, was the only other Clipper I actually saw out there that was actually giving a damn, who I was actually trying to win the game. Everybody else didn't want to win the game tonight. Rondo and Cousins essentially were my MVPs, and they tried to win. At one point, Rondo was a one-man show. Now you guys, now do the Rondo trade haters understand why we traded Lou for Rondo? Just imagine if we still had Lou in this game. I don't think Lou does what Rondo did in this game. So haters, stay mad at the Rondo pick because he literally almost willed the Clippers back by himself, and he can't even shoot jumpers. Terrence, man, he was fine. He was all right, but he just didn't get run. I don't know why Ty Lue just didn't play him enough. And then Kennard, again, in the 5 minutes, it was something new, but they didn't go his way. And again, I also wonder, why give Reggie Jackson a run when maybe you should try either a Terrence Mann or Luke Kennard, see if they can give you something better? As I get into the Ty Lue talk of things. Ty Lue's rotations need to stop, man. Ty Lue's rotations need to stop. This is gonna be the main reason why we lost this game is the defense was we were great in the first quarter. Then the second quarter happened and the defense fell off a cliff. We couldn't get no stops. We couldn't do much of anything. And that's mostly because the bench lineup was freaking shit. The energy wasn't there. There was no hustling. There were many times that there was loose rebounds. The Clippers didn't hustle. One of the most eye-opening, laziest plays the Clippers had in this game was when Jokic shot a three, he missed it, and he got his own rebound back. There were like 2 Clippers in the area that could have secured that rebound with ease. And they just stood there and they let Jokic get his own rebound back, only to be converted for a Michael Porter 3. Also, thank you, Jason Powell, for saying we shouldn't draft Michael Porter Jr. Thank you, Jason Powell. And who did we end up? A guy who's not even on the team. A bust in Jerome Robinson. The Wizards cut him. That goes to show you this guy was a colossal bust. And like I said, the offense was just very passive from some players. We weren't hitting shots. We were just not aggressive tonight. It looked like we didn't want it tonight. It literally looked like we didn't want it tonight. And if you don't want it, you're going to lose more games 9 out of 10 times than win the games. Now, going back to what I was talking about Ty Lue. I'm done with Ty Lue's bullshit rotations. I'm done with Ty Lue's bullshit rotations when it comes to trying to manage these rotations with injuries. Because guess what? Guess what? Ty Lue's little rotations, when he puts in guys like Patrick Patterson, is not working. The moment Patrick Patterson stepped in and checked into this ball game in the second quarter is when the Clippers lost this game. It completely changed the momentum. It completely flipped everything around. And when the Clippers play no defense whatsoever, and Patrick Patterson can't play no defense, you're getting cooked by old ass Paul Millsap. You deserve to lose if you're getting cooked by Paul Millsap. And when the Denver Nuggets see blood, and there's like, Patterson is like trash from last year. He can't guard us. And every time you saw the Denver Nuggets go back down the court, they would always do a switch where they would get Patterson onto a current ball handler. And Patterson just was letting these guys score on him. Yes, Boogie doesn't have the best defense in the world. I'm going to be honest. But Ty Lue, you're telling me Patterson deserves 7 minutes. Ever being honest, you're telling me Patrick Patterson deserves minutes over DeMarcus Cousins DeMarcus Cousins can't get minutes over Patrick Patterson? Patrick Patterson is the backup center, which he said in the press conference. The backup center now is it's not Serge Ibaka, it's DeMarcus Cousins because Serge is out. How do you continuously go back to it? You did it in the Pelicans game, you did it in the Suns game, and you did it here and you saw it didn't work. Why do you keep going back to Patrick Patterson? Stop playing him. I hope next year the Clippers let Patrick Patterson walk and go somewhere else. I don't care if he's PG's boy. Let him walk. He sucks. DeMarcus Cousins did a much better job in the center position than Zoo and Patterson combined. He did a better job at guarding freaking Jokic. He did a better job at actually making somewhat of offense for the Clippers from the center position. Actually made look like he made Jokic actually work to guard him. And actually, too, he worked Jokic, too. He was taking it to Jokic in this game. He actually made Jokic work to play some defense on him. And we know Jokic don't like to play defense. He focuses on offense. And other than a few BS fouls that the refs gifted Jokic, I would say Cousins did a fairly damn good job on Jokic tonight. Just imagine if he was playing the first half. We might actually have pulled this game out. But no, we have to go to Patrick Patterson and then also Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson doesn't work. And look, Reggie Jackson in the long term ain't working. Look, he's done some great things for us this season. I'm not going to take any way away from that. But Reggie Jackson needs to take a seat on the bench. He's run his course. The Reggie Jackson experiment has run its course. Because guess what? When you play Reggie too much, he starts thinking he can do whatever he wants. Play Kennard more. Play Man more. Play Yogi Ferrell. Give him something till Patrick Beverley comes back. Ty Lue's rotations, man. The last 3 games have been awful. Awful. I scratch my head. I question myself. I ask myself mid-game, why is he out there? Why is a guy like Reggie out there at this time of being? Why is Patterson out there at this time? Ty Lue, man, either this team needs to get fully healthy where Ty Lue doesn't fuck up the rotations again, or Ty Lue needs to finally realize my rotations are ass and they suck. Another thing you can mention is like I mentioned earlier, it seems like Serge Ibaka, we need this man back desperately. We need this man back desperately. 1, it not only takes Patrick Patterson out of the rotation, but 2, good God, if Zubac is going to play like utter dog shit, then we need Serge back. And it's starting to look like Serge is much more of a bigger factor than we all thought he was. And honestly, it seems like it's going to be definitely the case that the fact that, oh, guess what? Serge really is a, big part of this team. I still thought he was a big part, but not to the point where it affected us wholeheartedly if he was out. No, we're now seeing the repercussions of him being out. We need Serge Ibaka back on this team playing basketball for the Clippers because this team is at a severe disadvantage at the center position when he's out, because then you have Ty Lue use his little self and bring in dumbass Patrick Patterson in the game. I was tempted to make a video about the Pelicans loss, but if you don't follow me on Twitter, account for 15. You want to follow me on Twitter? Or what's my Twitter handle? You can follow me at Cameron D. Winfrey. There you go. I said, after the Pelicans loss, this loss is going to hurt us. And it's going to be that loss where we look back and we're going to be like, we really should have won that game, huh, guys? Now you're on a 3-game losing streak. And now you effectively went from the 3rd seed to the 4th seed. Which I called after we lost the Pelicans game. When we lost the Pelicans game, I said we would drop down to the 4th seed. Some people didn't believe me. Some people did. I don't care. Whatever. We're dropping down to the 4th seed. Right now, the players matchup, we would be playing the Dallas Mavericks. At least we're not playing the Lakers. Good God. This team makes me fucking sick to my stomach. Talk about a way to potentially end the regular season on a very low note. And again, I ask, health over seeding, huh? Health over seeding. Yeah, that definitely worked out. It worked out last year, didn't it? No. And it looks like it's not going to work this year either, unless this team gets its shit together. Kawhi Leonard needs to be more aggressive. He was not nearly aggressive. Kawhi Leonard cannot be scoring 16 points. He cannot be that passive. He needs to be aggressive. He should have taken it upon himself to be like, no, I need to help. I need to help Rondo. I need to help Cousins. I need to get this team back in this game. I need to win this game for my team. We need to stop being passive. Paul George needs to stop being, where are you, Paul George? Or where's PG-13? Like, where's Waldo? He doesn't show up because he can't make a shot in a big game to save his life. And the moment he starts missing shot after shot after shot, my God, it seems like the rim is a half-court shot for him. We play the Raptors next. If they can't beat the fucking Raptors, I don't know what that fucking says. Good heavens, man. Good heavens. This team, they're having a real, and I mean real, bad way to end this season. They cannot afford to lose any more games. Serge Ibaka needs to hurry the F back. I don't know what they got to do. They have to do some voodoo shit. I don't care. Do what they need to do. If Serge Ibaka is playing 3v3s and 4v4s, put him back in the lineup, man. We need him. Otherwise, the next guy, in the Raptors game, the next guy coming off the bench, if Zeus starts, Cousins should automatically be coming off the bench. I don't care if the Raptors go small. I don't care if any other team goes small. Put Cousins out there on the court. He's the third center for a reason. Anyways, the Clippers lost this game embarrassingly. We dropped down to the 4th seed now. And the Clippers, essentially, if they keep it up losing, they can fall down to the 5th seed, the 6th seed, and who knows, by God, they could fall into the 7th seed and be in the play-in game. So they better get their crap together and wake the hell up. Because right now, the end of the season's coming, and it's coming very fast. And they don't have time to be dicking around doing bullshit. Yes, I'm looking at you, players. I'm looking at you, Ty Lue. I expect the Clippers to come out against the Raptors and play much better. If they don't, and they're going to play down the Raptors competition, fine. They're starting to make me not believe in them as championship contenders with this lazy-ass play. And it comes down, and I said after the Rondo trade, now it comes down to the players. It comes down to the players. It comes down to Kawhi Leonard, Paul George. You got your guy. Kawhi Leonard, you got the point guard you asked for in the offseason. Time to show up, baby. Time to show up. It's time to be the superstar player. We brought you here from Toronto to be here. I don't need you dropping 16 points in a key game for me. I expect you to drop 30. I expect you to be a top player. What you did with the Raptors, what you did with the Spurs. Bring it here to the Clippers. Paul George, I need you to hit shots. I need you to be serious. I need you to be the Paul George when you're going off against all these other teams, these nobody teams, where you're dropping 36 all over their heads. I need to see this against the good teams like the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Jazz, the Suns. Clippers got some work to do, and they got little time to get this work done. I'll talk to you guys later. Maybe I'll do a game recap for the Raptors. Anyways, if you guys like this video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this embarrassing loss to the Clippers if you're a Clippers fan. And hit that subscribe button. You want to get more Clippers content. I'm at 95 subscribers, so that means I'm only at 5 more subscribers to 100. So please hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Clippers content. You might actually get more ranting from me. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here and continue watching One Piece on my phone because that's a great episode. And again, like I said, if not for the Angels winning, and especially not for the Bears, the Chicago Bears' great draft, and the fact that we got Justin Fields, I'd probably be depressed as shit. And I'd be pissed off. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Have a great rest of your night, guys. I'll be back Monday for Clippers game recap. Till then, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.